We're back again here in the Hunter Call the Wild, specifically to take a look at the new Layton Lakes Trophy Cabin here in Early Access. So I want to quickly show how it works, and it's very similar to the other lodges. So you've got the available lodges now, Layton Lake Trophy Cabin is included. Unfortunately, I've already hit the Create Lodge button to figure out how it works, and you can now see the maximum number of this lodge type is reached, so you can only do one. So Second Safari and Spring Creek you can do 5, this one is a solo lodge, but once you've done that, it'll appear on your list, and we can jump over to it. Now I will say that I really do wish this was an on-map lodge, because I think it would be nice to be able to host Layton in multiplayer and for people who join the game to be able to go and take a look at your lodge. It would just be another reason to work to fill this lodge and make it look good, but we saw pretty much how this works in the live stream from EW. Obviously there are, I think, 19 total spots, and we'll just take from what we already have in the other lodges and place them here. Luckily, because this is early access, it's a separate save, and I won't have to redo anything when we go back to the main save. So we'll just take our great ones, all of our good stuff, and just maybe make an ideal for what this lodge could look like. And so, now that we've completed doing that, I want to kind of go through it and more or less show how it works. And first of all, I love the way this looks, and I'm genuinely considering doing it in the live game. I didn't think I was going to do it, but that turned out really cool. So obviously there's this one platform in the middle where you can place anything, and that's not only Hirschfelden and Layton species like everything else. You could, if we go into here, place, heck, we could place the diamond cinnamon teal that we just shot there, or any other multi-mount or species you want to. It's a massive platform, which I think means literally anything can be placed there, any multi-mount or anything like that, but that came out just really nice, and it's the one spot too, where the lighting is good. As I was going through here, that's one definite kind of complaint I have. The lighting just doesn't show off these trophies well enough. Now, as I've gone through here, all of the poses and stuff are customizable like any other plaque or platform you have. You can do just like you'd be able to in the other lodges. And obviously we have the red deer great one, the roe deer, which I get why for symmetry, that the plaques are the same size for the fallow and the roe, but I do kind of think that looks maybe a little bit off. I wouldn't mind if there was something done there. But generally, it's very similar to the other lodges. You can do just as you would with them, and there's one space for every species on Layton and every species on Hirschfelden. So it's a cool design. Obviously, with it being a free lodge, it's meant to be fairly limited, because of course they still want to be able to sell lodge DLCs, but for those that don't own a lodge, I think this is going to be a really cool option. And I've been saying too, I intend to do a series where we attempt to fill this lodge. I don't know, I really might have to leave this here. I just love how that came out, but we'll run upstairs real quick. And as I said, the plaques and platforms are just as customizable as they are in the other lodges. So if, for instance, we wanted our albino wild boar to face towards the lower level, we can do that. And the same goes for all of these back here. For instance, this coyote one was facing that way, and I should also note, if you're worried that you somehow missed a super rare coyote at some stage, this was during that time in Rancho where the furs are messed up, so it was a common when it was shot. Now it is an albino here in the lodge, but for the sake of just testing it out before we go back to the live save, I figured we'd go ahead and throw it on that platform. So kind of got the fox and the coyote facing each other there. The turkey was the same thing. That particular platform faces this way to start with, so I do like that they allowed you to be able to move that stuff around, and I think this kind of like the whitetail one down there. It's in a nice spot, the lighting is pretty decent. Would love a great one black bear on that, but got the antler chandelier down there. I do want to try too the lighting if we tried to make this nighttime. And actually, you can tell all of the different plaques and platforms actually is actually their own lighting. There isn't a specific light that's causing this type of thing. There are these little lamps here, but the lighting that's on them is different, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. I actually think that's good that it makes them stand out. So it's been thought out to make sure that the animals actually stand out in this lodge, which definitely was a complaint of Spring Creek Manor, but turns out really nice. Your character doesn't cast a shadow, so screenshots in here will look really good. And obviously too, upstairs, there is the ability to rest, which is how we made it nighttime. Got more of the decorative Euro mounts in here. This is something that I hope could maybe change. I'd love if we could customize them. For right now, they are just decorations though. Also, what would be nice would be the ability to maybe access your inventory here, because might as well have the lodge being actually functional, as well as looking pretty good. And maybe even in addition to that, the ability to hang some guns on the wall would be nice. This is Grankin's shotgun, and it's just there as, again, another decorative thing. Maybe not to the extent that we can do in other lodges, but it would be nice if we could display some of the guns as well, especially with the nice customization options that we have had and that continue to be added, like the ones that we saw in today's video. But I think that is pretty well going to do it for this video. We've kind of gone through everything that's going to be major in this new update, and for tomorrow's video, I want to just go for a hunt with the weapons. I think that's going to be good to familiarize ourselves a little bit better with them, and then for Sunday we'll do a really in-depth breakdown of 300 versus 338, but I think as far as the weapons go, it's going to be fun to get to use them. I really want to see more from the 338 in particular. The 7mm performed well, and the 308 is, as you'd expect, a 4-8 weapon to perform. I like the Lodge. Obviously, some things we mentioned there could be improved on, but it's going to be a fun little series, trying to fill that Lodge from scratch and see how it ends up looking. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video, so as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.